If you were to drop into the ocean right now and sink far enough, past the sunlight zone, past the twilight waters, past the last faint blue glow of the surface, you would eventually reach a place where light simply gives up, a world of black pressure and silence so complete it feels like another planet. And in that darkness, something is still moving. Not fast, not loud, just waiting. This is not a monster from mythology. It is not extinct. It is alive. And it looks like it never got the memo that time had moved on. Meet the frilled shark. From the moment scientists first encountered it, the frilled shark seemed less like a modern animal and more like a visitor from Earth's distant past. Its body, its jaws, its movement, all of it feels ancient, as if it swam out of a prehistoric ocean and simply never left. It is often called a living fossil, but that phrase barely captures what it really is. A survivor of deep time, hidden where almost nothing else can endure. The frilled shark lives primarily along continental slopes and deep ocean ridges, typically between 200 and 1,500 meters below the surface. In some cases, it may descend even deeper. This is the bathyal zone, a region where sunlight cannot penetrate, temperatures hover just above freezing, and pressure is hundreds of times greater than at sea level. For most life forms, this environment is impossible. For the frilled shark, it is home. At first glance, it doesn't resemble the sharks we know from documentaries or aquarium tanks. It does not have the sleek torpedo-shaped body of a great white or mako. Instead, its form is elongated, almost eel-like, with a soft, flexible structure that allows it to move through the water with minimal energy. This is not a creature built for speed. It is built for survival in scarcity. Its most striking feature, however, is its head. The jaws of the frilled shark are unlike anything in the modern ocean. When opened, they reveal rows upon rows of needle-like teeth, around 300 in total, arranged in multiple layers. Each tooth is sharply pointed and trident-shaped, designed not for crushing or grinding, but for gripping soft, slippery prey. And once something enters those jaws, escape becomes nearly impossible. The teeth curve backwards slightly, acting like hooks. When prey is captured, every movement only drives it deeper into the mouth. There is no chewing, no tearing, no manipulation, only capture and swallowing. But what truly makes the frilled shark extraordinary is not just its teeth, it is how it uses them. Unlike most sharks that rely on rapid pursuit or ambush bursts from short distances, the frilled shark employs a hunting strategy that feels almost alien. It can strike forward with astonishing speed relative to its body, opening its jaws in a fraction of a second. The motion is often compared to a snake striking in slow motion underwater, but in the deep sea, even slow is enough. Because prey in this environment is rare, deep sea fish, squid, and cephalopods drift through the darkness unpredictably. Encounters are brief, accidental, and often final. When the frilled shark senses prey nearby, it doesn't chase it across distances. That would waste too much energy in a place where food is scarce. Instead, it waits, and waits, and waits, until the moment comes. Then it strikes. This is an ambush predator, but not in the way we usually imagine. There is no camouflage against a reef or sudden burst from hiding. In the deep ocean, there is no light to hide in. Instead, the frilled shark relies on patience, stillness, and minimal movement. Energy conservation is everything, and evolution has shaped it perfectly for that lifestyle. One of the most fascinating aspects of its anatomy is its jaw structure. The upper jaw is loosely connected to the skull, allowing it to extend forward during a strike. This gives the frilled shark a reach advantage, enabling it to pull prey into its mouth more effectively. It is almost like a biological trap snapping shut in slow motion. Once prey is within range, the jaw extends, the mouth opens, and the teeth close the system. Capture is immediate. Escape is impossible. But despite its terrifying design, the frilled shark is not a dominant predator in the deep sea. It is relatively rare, elusive, and rarely observed in its natural habitat. Most of what we know comes from accidental captures in deep-sea fishing operations or occasional encounters with remotely operated vehicles. Even then, sightings are fleeting. A shadow, a glimpse, a body drifting through black water like something from another era. And in many ways, that is exactly what it is. The frilled shark belongs to a lineage that stretches back over 80 million years, to the late Cretaceous period. That means it coexisted with dinosaurs on land and massive marine reptiles in the oceans. While many shark lineages evolved rapidly into new forms, The frilled shark's ancestors remained relatively unchanged, not because evolution stopped, but because it didn't need to accelerate. The deep sea is one of the most stable environments on Earth. Conditions change slowly, and ecological pressures are minimal compared to surface ecosystems. In such a place, evolutionary change happens differently, not through competition for speed or strength, but through refinement of survival in stillness. That is why the frilled shark looks so ancient. Its body plan is not primitive in the sense of being unfinished. It is highly specialized for its environment. Its elongated shape reduces energy costs during swimming. Its flexible muscles allow slow, efficient movement. Its low metabolic rate means it can survive long periods without food. Everything about it is optimized for scarcity. Even its reproduction reflects this deep-sea strategy. Like many sharks, it gives birth to live young rather than laying eggs. But unlike many shallow water species, its reproductive cycle is extremely slow. Embryos develop over long periods, and litter sizes are small compared to those of many marine animals. In an environment where encounters are rare and survival is difficult, quality matters more than quantity. But perhaps the most fascinating thing about the frilled shark is not just how it survives, but how long has it survived. It has endured mass extinctions, climate shifts, ocean restructuring, and still it remains. While other shark lineages diversified into fast-swimming hunters like great whites, hammerheads, and tiger sharks, the frilled shark stayed in the deep. It avoided competition. It avoided change. It adapted not by becoming more dominant, but by becoming more efficient in isolation. It chose a different path through evolution. And it worked. Today, the frilled shark exists as one of the closest living windows into ancient marine ecosystems. When scientists study it, they are not just studying a modern shark, they are studying a design shaped by tens of millions of years of deep-sea stability, a design that has barely needed to change. But that doesn't mean it is safe. Deep-sea environments are increasingly affected by human activity. Deep-sea fishing, climate change, and ocean noise pollution are beginning to reach even the most remote parts of the ocean. As technology pushes deeper, even creatures like the frilled shark are no longer entirely hidden. And that raises a question. If something this ancient can still survive in the deepest parts of the ocean, what else might be down there that we haven't found yet? Because the truth is, we have explored less of Earth's oceans than we have of the surface of Mars. And in that unexplored darkness, life continues, silent, unseen, and sometimes unchanged for millions of years. The frilled shark is not just a curiosity. It is a reminder that evolution does not always mean progress toward complexity, speed, or dominance. Sometimes it means persistence. Sometimes the best strategy is to wait in the dark and move only when necessary. And sometimes the most ancient creatures are the ones still swimming beside us, just far beyond where light can reach. So next time you look at the ocean, remember, beneath the waves, beneath the sunlight, beneath everything familiar, there are still things moving in the dark. Still hunting, still surviving, still unchanged in ways that feel almost impossible. So what do you think? Is the frilled shark one of evolution's greatest survivors, or just one of Earth's last living echoes of a forgotten world? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the ocean's most ancient predators, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss the next creature from the deep.